Hey guys, today we're going to be installing a pop and lock remote locking tailgate kit for a 2017 Chevy Colorado or a GMC Canyon. The part number is PL8140, and for whatever reason mine says this is for a Silverado and a Sierra, but this will also work on the Canyons and Colorados. So I've done one of these before on my previous truck, GMC Sierra, but same kind of stuff. You get a harness, you get another harness, a handful of zip ties, the actuator, handful of a couple of Scotch locks, and then an actuator arm that you have to install, along with a little C clip that's taped to that right now. That gets installed as well. And then these are your electrical connectors to where you connect to the inside harness. It's easy enough, and I'm going to walk you through it. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Torx screws on this tailgate panel that you need to remove to get access to the rear locking mechanism. So it is a T15 Torx, and I'm just going to use a screw gun with a Torx bit on it to get all those out. And once you have those screws removed, you can remove the panel and just set it aside. So right now, the way the lock works is you put your key in, you turn 90 degrees, and you remove your key, and the tailgate is locked. And to unlock, you put your key in, turn 90 degrees left, and now it is unlocked. Prior to installing this kit, you need to make sure the key is in the unlocked position so that this keyhole is going vertical. First thing you want to do is remove the gold retainer clip that is on this actuator arm. Just use a pair of needle nose pliers. There's a little bit of a lip that you can grab a hold of on the back and just slide it back, and you can then remove it very easily. With the retainer clip removed, you can simply lift off this actuator arm. Set those parts aside in case you ever want to return to stock for whatever reason. But now we can go ahead and install the new actuator arm and retaining clip. And those look like this. They are a different design compared to the OEM one, but this allows you to let the actuator do the work. What you're going to do, you're going to take your actuator arm, set it into place right here, and you want it to be within the plastic piece here so that it will come in contact when it turns on and unlocks. And then you're going to take your retainer clip. You want it to be facing down when the tailgate is in the upright position. So just like this, take it and slide it in so that it secures that retainer clip on. Probably start it by hand, but then you'll probably need like your pliers to get it slid on completely, and you'll feel it kind of go into place. What you're actually going to do now is install the actuator, and first you need to remove this bolt right here. It is a 10mm, and you can just use loosen it up, and once you have it. Now the way this goes in is one hole, this one on the right, will go with the bolt. The one on the left here will line up on a little plastic alignment pin, and that just makes sure it gets in the right spot. So you can set this down into place. With the bolt in place, you can drop it into the spot, and you want to make sure this little piece of the arm here gets inside of the plastic connector here so that it is allowed to, when it functions, it will, move that piece back and forth. So just set it into place into that hole, take your 10mm socket bolt and line it up. Now there's that little alignment pin right here that's a plastic. You want to make sure that it's lined up so that when you tighten this down, it pops through. And you can see it kind of just comes through, and you can feel it with your edge of your finger. And you don't need to crank this down, just give it a good snug. So now you can see I've got the actuator arm in place, and when that pops, it's going to do that. And when it unlocks, it's going to do that. So see, it just moves that plastic arm just like so. The way the tailgate lock will function now with your key is a little bit different. Now it will always be straight up and down, as you can see here. And to lock, it's a quarter turn to the right and back. And now the tailgate is locked. And to unlock, it's a quarter turn to the left. And now the tailgate is unlocked. So this kit comes with two harnesses. There's this big long one that has a waterproof connector on one end, and then two open leads on the other end. That's what you're going to run underneath the frame of the truck to the front of the where you connect this to the location inside the cab. Then there's a shorter harness that has the other end of that waterproof connector here, and then 2 more like push type connectors. And that's what you're going to connect to the actuator control harness here, which is just 2 green and blue wires. And you're going to want to feed this wire down through the hole where your wires come through for your backup camera and underneath the truck by like right by the spare tire. And this is the way I routed that wire that's coming off of the actuator. It's behind this panel here and then coming back up and zip tied to the reverse camera wire and then sent down to the hole in the bottom of the tailgate. I did it this way because I didn't want these wires interfering with the actuator mechanism. Now over here at the driver entry door, you have to remove the kick panel that is along the door sill. And you can see I've already removed it and just set it aside. And inside here there is this channel with a bunch of cabling in it. That's where we're going to hook up to. But before we do that, we need to bring our wire into the cab, that long wire I was talking about. So underneath the carpet here, you can pry it up. There's a couple of clips that keep the carpet down. But underneath the carpet, frame plugs. There's one there, and then there's one there. That's where we're going to bring the wire through. You can just drill a little hole, a 1/4 inch, and feed your wire through it. It's really easy to see underneath the truck. And that's where you're going to bring your wire up, and then you're going to connect it to this wire in this channel right here. Alright, so I may have skipped ahead a little bit here, but once you get that kick panel off, you can get to this wire harness down here, and you're looking for a fat gray wire and a fat brown wire with a yellow stripe. So gray and brown with a yellow stripe. And that's these two right here. They are noticeably thicker than all of the other wires in here, so you can't really miss them. And the last time I did this, I wasn't able to get these Scotch locks to work, but I just kind of took my time with them this time and made them work. And I just have it all hooked up temporarily, just with all the wires outside the truck, and it works. So you want the gray. I hooked it up to the blue. It does. The directions say it doesn't matter, but so blue to the gray and green to the brown and yellow. Those are your 2 connectors, wires that you want to hook those connectors to. Then you're basically done. Once you connect those, you can tidy up your wires underneath the truck and zip tie them to the frame so that they run nice and clean back to the connector and the actuator, and everything should work. And here's a test. So you know right now the tailgate is unlocked. Lock it a few times. The tailgate is now locked. Unlock. Tailgate is unlocked. Piece of cake. There, it's locked. There, it's unlocked. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, I'd love it if you subscribed. I'm always coming out with new videos, especially now with the new truck. Hit that subscribe and like button, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Till next time.